grew up watching quite a bit of Totally Spies. You know, that French anime. I feel like you either watched this show growing up or you just watched Saber Sparks' video on how this show was total fetish fuel for kids growing up. Before we get to that, I want to give a huge thank you to our sponsor for today's video. Today's video was made possible in part by the lovely people over at Plarium. Check out their game Raid Shadow Legends, the turn-based RPG done right. I know you've seen this around, and if you haven't, then you're not a true gamer. Raid has gained an immense popularity and has garnered almost 15 million downloads in the last 6 months. Raid is an epic dark fantasy with all the right elements to keep you glued to your phone. It's a hero collection turn-based game with over 400 champions for you to collect and personally customize. And yes, I did pick the champion that looks like Megan Fox. Enjoy a fully voiced story campaign, assemble a team from 16 heroic factions, gather orcs, undead, knights, elves, and more, and claim glory in the PvP arena. And the best part is, it's FTP. Enjoy extra features like their multi-battle auto mode where you can let battles run in the background to spend less time grinding, along with a host of weekly tournaments and events. Check out that roadmap they published. There's a slew of extra content and updates for you to enjoy that's only going to get bigger in the coming months. You can find me in the game under the tag Bob Dunga, and you're more than welcome to join my clan. In fact, the team was nice enough to give me a specialized link that you can use to redeem 50,000 silver and a free epic champion as part of the new player program to start off your journey. So what are you waiting for? Check out the link in the description box below and join me in the battlefield. Now, let's go look at some subpar Flash games. Totally Spies was an animated series produced by the French company known as Marathon Media. You know, those same guys that were responsible in part for that other show, Martin Mystery. The show is about 3 teenage girls living in Beverly Hills, California, attending high school by day who are actually undercover secret agents for the organization known as WHOOP. A lot of the shows by Marathon Media were made intentfully to emulate the Japanese art style, and Marathon shows are some of the earliest examples of how the impact of late 80s and early 90s anime inspired animation studios in the early 2000s. The series premiered November 3rd, 2001 over on ABC Family in the United States, but being in Canada, I watched the series the following year of September over on Teletoon Network. To me, alarm bells went off. Like, I was such a weeb growing up that any show with a semblance of anime style always piqued my interest. Sweat drops, blushing, face faulting, any kind of anime trope you could think of immediately drew me in. That looks like anime. But I was also one of those gatekeeping anime fans where if the cartoon didn't look that much like anime, but it had those tropes, I'd immediately judge it and be like, that's not anime. I feel like a lot of young weebs did this. Like, I don't think I was alone in my weeb prejudiceness. See, in the 90s, anime was a distinct art form from Western-styled cartoons. Nowadays, you have a lot of American cartoons that draw heavy inspiration from Japanese animation, but back then, they were few and far between. Anime art style was sacred. Only some people could master it. Only some people could claim it. I mean, it was just stupid gatekeeping, right? We used to say things like, "You'll never be anime enough." And then Avatar came along and changed up the game. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. It was another time. We weren't smart. And with me loving Totally Spies and me being a gamer, of course I remember playing a handful of Flash games off of their website. And one in particular that really stuck out to me and that I'll always remember was just a little bit different from your average Flash game, which is why in today's video, I'm going to show you guys the game Robot Island from off of the Totally Spies website. So let's check out this classic gem. In the game Robot Island, you're given the choice to play one of the 3 main characters, Sam, Clover, or Alex. After choosing your spy, we're introduced to a little cutscene where Sam, Clover, and Alex are all complaining about how uneventful school is. And can I just say, they look really weird here. Their faces look a lot less anime and a lot more Bratz dolls, which is so strange that they didn't just grab assets or screenshots from the actual show, but instead opted for whatever this is. But don't worry, it's Jerry to the rescue, here to remind the girls of their super top secret cyber training session, which they apparently don't seem too pleased about. Jesus, weren't you guys just complaining about school? Robot Island consists of exactly 3 different levels. Level 1, known as Training, Level 2, titled Robot Island, and lastly Level 3, known as Pyrotron Attacks, which we'll get to shortly. Level 1 is all about learning and mastering your moves in the VR training simulator. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is totally reminding me of the VR training room in Barbie Explorer. What are the odds? Part of why I remembered this game was that in my 8-year-old eyes, everything from the level design to the look of the characters had this polished, high-end look to it that actually looked a lot better in my head than it does actually diving back into it. Like, this doesn't look remotely anything like what I remember. You're tasked with taking down enemy robots, and you're also equipped with a weapon that can be used to break boxes that will unlock special doors that more often than not can't be destroyed just through kicking alone. It certainly isn't the worst, and you could probably imagine that with a bigger budget, they'd be more likely to put more effort into making something amazing. I mean, they certainly had the right ideas, but the characters just seem to have this flip-floppy, very cartoonish walk cycle to them, and they sometimes move faster than the actual input movements, causing you to fall off of platforms from time to time, making things feel like you have to slow down, which is kind of counterintuitive to the type of game they were trying to make. In any case, it really isn't that bad, and you can definitely tell that whoever made this game probably played a ton of Earthworm Jim. I mean, look at this run cycle and look at these character expressions. Ugh. Is that prehistoric Ahigo? Good lord. At the end of stage 1, the girls receive a distress call from a guy known as Jimmy the Computer Guy, which I honestly don't remember from the show, but okay. Jimmy's been kidnapped by the evil Pyrotron, the evil digital pirate, who probably lives at Pirate Bay. So it's up to us to rescue Jimmy, which takes us to level 2, known as Robot Island. On Robot Island, you have to fight pirate robots, fire at bombs to unlock electric doors, and break through the proverbial glass ceiling. We did it, ladies! This was a stage where I often got stuck growing up, as there's a lot more possible corners for special items to be hiding in, and a lot more intricate puzzles that need to be solved. Not everything here is straightforward. Eventually, as you make your way through the island and arrive at the secret base, you're met with your friends hanging out near the generator room, ready to open the gates for you to the underground passage. And I think whoever programmed this game must have made a mistake with assets, because I'm pretty sure Totally Spies consists of Sam, Clover, and Alex, and not Sam, Alex, and Alex. Once granted access to Pyrotron's secret base, we're then able to find and rescue Jimmy after unlocking a few more doors and fighting off a handful of robots, which takes us to level 3, where we have to face the evil Pyrotron himself. Level 3 is essentially just a giant boss battle with Pyrotron, as at the end of level 2, we learn that he's captured both of our friends, Clover and Sam. You have to maneuver through the hallway to avoid his pirate claw mechanism, and when he's open, take several shots at his pirate hat. There aren't any HP boosts in this boss battle, so it's very important to choose your moves wisely so you don't end up with a game over, which happened to me a couple times. There's plenty of ammo though that spawns anytime your meter's completely empty, and once you successfully destroy Pyrotron and rescue your friends, the day is finally saved, and I guess you get a new boyfriend too, because girl games, am I right? And that was the Totally Spies Flash game that I had the most fond memories with, and you know what? It still does a pretty good job of entertaining me. There's more on the website, but you know, there were just like matching games and stuff and things that I didn't think were very interesting, so that's why I just decided to cover this one. If you guys want to see some more in-depth reviews, I worked my butt off on this Luigi's Mansion video that I released as a Halloween special that you could check out right there or there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week with a fun little analysis on, you guessed it, The Last Guardian. I got a lot to say about that. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye!